Live from New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, the latest eliminated contestant from Dancing with the Stars, Christina Milian, stopped by. Plus, the Reverend Al Sharpton is here with a new look and a new outlook on life. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Fantastic, and we've got a great show. Casper and Jennifer might be on the rocks. Plus 50 Shades of Grey still has casting drama. And Ruben Studdard has joined The Biggest Loser. We've got the highlights. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. Jennifer and Casper have lasted. I want some of what they're on. Jennifer and Casper have lasted a lot longer than I thought that they would. I mean, I couldn't wait to get here and talk with you about this today. All right, so it's according to E! News that, they've been a couple for almost 2 years. They might have hit a rough patch, and they may be headed for a breakup. Well, according to Radar Online, the spark is gone in their relationship. This is according to Radar. They look sparky right there, though, don't they? The couple hasn't been photographed together for nearly a month, which is a big deal, in Hollywood, because Jennifer's always out, they're always together. They haven't been photographed. Jennifer, everybody may, they say, have stayed with Casper a little bit too long because of her twins, Max and Emmy. Oh, it's easier to say, well, you shouldn't have introduced them to your kids, and this should have just been, but after you're with somebody for almost 2 years, of course, at some particular point, you introduce them to your kids. I don't know, it's a tough one. All I know is that kids don't save marriages, and because your man likes your kids shouldn't be a reason that you stay with him. Because when mom is miserable, there's nothing right. Well, Jennifer, everybody, is returning to American Idol in January. Not yeah. You mean why? Why? American Idol's ratings have gone down steadily every single season. I predict that this season won't be any different. And they brought Jennifer in thinking that, she would help lift the ratings from last season. But, I'm sorry, if Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj couldn't help the ratings, then what makes you think that Jennifer is going to be able to help the ratings? And save it, I know. You want to look at her every night with the makeup and with the skin and that whole bit. But after you see her come out, you're gonna change the channel. Unless these groups and this show can do something to really hold you. Harry Connick Jr., I'm sure, was a wonderful man. But I'm not interested in Harry Connick Jr. at the judges' table. And I was never interested in Keith Urban. I know he's good for our girl Nicole Kidman, but I'm just calling it the way I see it. I'm just calling it the way I see it as a fan of the show, and then Randy is going to be one of the support judges, and then Ryan Seacrest is there. The only reason to watch the show, I think, is possibly for Jennifer Lopez, but she alone can't return this show to what it's supposed to be. And Casper is alleged to be on the payroll of the show. Now, well, because Jennifer said that she needed him to be there to choreograph her first and second, I guess, perform. They always perform on the show. So he's on the payroll. The thing is that, Jennifer and Casper, getting back to them, have lasted a lot longer than I thought. And if it's over, then it's over. And poor Max and Emmy got caught up, but it's not like Max and Emmy don't have a father. Mark Anthony seems more than active in these twins' lives. And then if you break up, Jen, because they always say, you know, and I don't know this to be fact, but they always say, she loves to have a man around, you know. And there's some women who are just like that. But I would advise her to take a little time for herself and her kids and settle into this American Idol thing, because it's not gonna be the cakewalk that she probably thinks it's going to be, not this time around. And get Casper off the payroll. You don't need to have him, you know, there at American Idol stinking up the joint. Casper, you had the best 2 years of your life, so take your stuff and get out. If that's what Jennifer wants. I still insist that one day she'll remarry Mark Anthony. Yeah. Wait, not remarry, because the divorce is not finalized, right? They're still working on their divorce? Yeah. Anyway, as you know, everyone, Charlie Hunnam has dropped out of 50 Shades of Grey. He felt as though there was too much pressure on him, and now the other star of the movie, Dakota Johnson, who's gonna play Anastasia, is also feeling the pressure. You better not drop out. That's what you asked for. You were raised by Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson. I mean, at the height of Miami Vice, and she was, you know, the big movie actress at a particular time, and you know what this pressure is. According to E! News, everybody, Dakota is having a hard time, they say, from becoming a virtually unknown star to becoming a huge star of a movie. Isn't that what you pray for, though, as an actor or actress? Melanie, don't let our girl quit. She, to me, embodies Anastasia already. Already. And that virtual unknown thing I told you, I need maybe a virtual unknown in this movie, so I don't have preconceived notions about how this person is as an actress. Stay in the movie, girl. They're already having a hard time casting a Christian Grey. I thought the little fella Charlie was pretty good. But according to The Hollywood Reporter, 2 actors are now being considered for the Christian Grey role. Well, you know Alexander Skarsgård from True Blood? Fine, he'll do. He's in the running, and also an Irish actor by the name of Jamie Dornan. Now, this is the thing. He's a former model who was once dubbed the Golden Torso. I don't care. In my mind, Christian Grey was not a brunette, number 1. Number 2, Christian Grey was, you know, the story took place in Seattle. So no need for swirly, you know, olive skin. Christian Grey needs to be alabaster. No, no, not good, not good. Go back to the other guy. I mean, I guess he'll do. My thing, but... If we have to choose between the 2, fine him, but he's not good enough either, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Christian Grey, if you remember all the different sex scenes and everything, and one characteristic that he had was she was always ruffling his hair, and he was always ruffling his hair, and Christian Grey, in my mind, in my imagination as I read the book, does not have a receding hairline. He has, excuse me, I'm just calling it the way I see it. Christian Grey has a head full of swirly hair like my Zac Efron. And you know, he has those piercing eyes that made her want to do things that she normally wouldn't do. The only thing, and I still say that Zac Efron would be the best Christian Grey ever. The problem, though, is that they would have to dye his hair blonde. Because like I said, in my mind, Christian Grey was not a brunette. You know, the hair, the eyebrows, and the whole bit. Oh, heck, can I share something with you? Yeah. I just want this movie to come out, and I told you I'm going by myself on the matinee the Friday after it comes out that Saturday morning. But you know what? I've been telling you that I've read all 3 books. Okay, no, I haven't. I wanted to be cool and part of the movement. Only now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I read 2 of the books. And can I tell you why I didn't read the 3rd one? Because as I struggled to get through the halfway mark and then to the end of the 2nd book, I was like, okay, enough with the sex. Enough, like enough with the sex and enough with the, it's just like, it's a weird book, and I'm going to see the movie. But no, I never read the third book. I never read it. All right. So The Biggest Loser returned last night on TV, and friend to the show, Ruben Studdard, is now a part. Yep, Ruben's a big one. 462 pounds. That's 6'3". Does that make it better? Or, oh. When you're tall, you need more meat to drape your bones. Anyway, Ruben says that he's willing to exercise and eat healthy, but there's one thing that he's not going to be losing, he says, and that's his body hair. And as you're observing this clip, don't get distracted by his mammoth belly. Hit it. Ruben is such a lovable man. I just love him so much. You know, one of the things that he also said last night was why didn't any of his friends ever tell him that he needed to lose some weight? Well, I've told you, Ruben. You've come here to the show several times. I've known you since I was on the radio, and your weight is, well, your stomach was always pretty much the first thing to enter the room. Not, ooh, what's the matter? Why are you being so sensitive today? Come on. I mean, but we've talked about it because he was successful and he lost weight. Then remember, he was involved in that marriage to the girl. He was at the, see? And he lost the weight, he was doing really well, and he wrote a book, and he was at, you know, the store signing the book, and a beautiful girl came over to him, and next thing you know, they ended up going to get married, but she wanted to live the big life that she thought Ruben was living. In reality, Ruben is, you know, one of the fewer, more down-to-earth celebrities. He's a down-south Southern gentleman. He wasn't all about the flash and the boom, 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 and the wife, allegedly, wanted the flash. So then they got their divorce, and Ruben really loved her, so he started eating again. I know. So I can't wait to catch up with him. I love The Biggest Loser, first of all. And, you know, so I can't wait until he loses weight. And then we'll get him here to the show, and he'll bring Jillian, who was my, I thought that Jillian, she came on our show last season, I thought she was going to be so mean and just judgmental, you know, to people who aren't as physically fit as her. She was one of the coolest guests ever. So, hi, Jillian. Hi, Ruben. Good luck, Ruben. And he's already lost 20 pounds. So I know you couldn't tell, but he has. So he's working hard. Keep going, Rube. So, all right, here's what's going on in the Kim Ye household. According to Radar Online, shortly after baby North was born, Kanye suggested Kim start a baby clothing line. Well, it wasn't his idea, first of all. That was my idea. And I told her through the TV when she was pregnant, you need to break away from that family and start a clothing line that's affordable. Everything in the clothing line, baby baskets and pushers and car seats and potty, everything. Well, reportedly, Kanye is so into her starting this baby line that he's reportedly set her up with meetings with some of his high-end designing friends, including that little one who's always by his side, Ricardo. You know, the little man from Givenchy. Anyway, Kanye felt that it was a good way for Kim to break away from her family and be taken seriously. Well, I think that this is terrific also. Unfortunately, though, for Kim, Kanye is such a control freak that reportedly he isn't letting her handle her line on her own because he doesn't like her style. Why is she still with him? I mean, you can't marry him, even if he asks you to. Wouldn't you be so insulted? It's ridiculous. I mean, you know, you get to a point in your life that your style is your style. Now, a few suggestions, one to the other when you're in a relationship are one thing, but to tell you, you know, I don't like your style. I mean, he's made her over. I don't even recognize this girl anymore. You know, I mean, this is a beautiful woman, but this is not our Kim. This is not her. That's Kim. And another thing, nobody wants to, you know, buy high-end baby clothes except for, you know, 1% of the country, while the rest of everybody is suffering. Nobody's buying Givenchy baby clothes. I mean, Kim, you know what to do with this, all right? This is a job for Sears. You set up the baby stuff right there next to you girls' Kardashian collection, you know? Speaking of Kim, you know, Chris Humphries sold the engagement ring. When we woke up this morning, we found that out for $749,000. The ring, allegedly, he paid $2 million for it, but Christie's auction house appraised it at between $300,000 and $500,000, which means they saw him coming at the jewelry store and hiked up the price. A lot of you all had a problem with him selling the ring. What was he supposed to do with it? You know, make it into a pendant? Give it to his next girl? Of course he should sell the ring. It's a beautiful ring. It's just the ring that sold, not the band. I don't know where the band is. Anyway. Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow, everybody, is shaking in her boots for good reason. Vanity Fair is about to go in. And allegedly, they're writing this big expose. It's all about Gwen, and nothing is flattering, and it could ruin her image. So she's really nervous, allegedly. Gwen allegedly emailed her A-list friends and asked them not to speak to Vanity Fair about her and to never work with the magazine again. And first of all, what makes her the boss of all the friends? You know, really? First of all, Gwyneth, why would you email your friends this? Because see, if they were really your friends, none of us would know about the email. Number one. Number two, this is not even a job for texting your friends. Oh my God. Vanity Fair is about to write an article. No, you meet your friends out to eat and you don't make a big deal over that you're nervous about Vanity Fair, and you just tell them in a by the way, oh, by the way, you all, you know, Vanity Fair is writing some article on me or something, you know, please, you know, be my girls and, you know, don't talk to them. Don't say don't work with them, because now, as a friend, you kind of want to turn on her. kind of want to turn on her. This will learn you, always communicate face to face. The Vanity Fair's editor-in-chief, his name is Graydon Carter, he says that Gwyneth's behavior made him even more determined to publish the article because he found out about the email going around to the friends. Well, you want to know what? It's making me even more determined to want to read it. Yeah. 5 times. And then blog about it. Good luck, Graydon. You know, this Taylor Swift, she's famously unlucky in love, but she is the cover girl for the new InStyle magazine. I like her. I know you don't know how to feel. I used to say the same thing. I feel a little guilty only because of how she got her start. Like if Kanye didn't spaz out, maybe it wouldn't be what it is. And she played innocent and the whole thing. But you know what? I like her. And I'm not, maybe a little embarrassed. Only because a lot of people don't like her, but I like her. I think that she is beautiful. She's a very talented young lady, and she's very appealing as, you know, somebody looking at the TV or listening on the radio or reading magazines. What is not appealing about this? You know? She rocks the red lipstick. She has an air of sophistication. I like that award show where she was sitting there with Selena Gomez. You know, it was like the cool girl crowd. Oh my God. Well, she opened up about being attracted to the wrong men. Now, I know what you're saying. She's only 23 years old. Why is she talking about boys all the time? Well, at 23, you don't know everything, but you know things. I knew things at 23 that I would have liked to have shared with my 17-year-old counterparts. She's not talking to me. And then the rest of us who might be on the other side of ancient. She's talking to her generation and the girls younger. These girls are fast these days. They need to know things and they're not listening to us. Unless we talk like this. Listen, so this is what she says. I can't believe how much I have in common with her either. She says, if someone seems bad or shady or like they have a secret, I find them incredibly interesting. I know! That's just a phase I've been in lately. I don't think this should be how I proceed in life. I used to think the same thing. It's important to be self-aware about these things because you don't want to end up with that guy. I used to say that too, until it became too late. I looked in his eyes, and now we're married. That's it? wake up, leg, wake up. Oh, you gotta carry me across the floor. My leg is asleep. We have a terrific show for you. The always outspoken Al Sharpton is here. Hi, Al. The Rev has a brand new book where he's discussing the very public ups and downs of his controversial life. Plus, we have another deserving breast cancer survivor. We're gonna give her a fabulous head to toe makeover. But up next, she was eliminated this week on Dancing with the Stars. The sexy and talented Christina Milian is here with us. Welcome back. On Monday night, our first guest scored a perfect 10 on Dancing with the Stars, but she was still eliminated. Take a look.
On this 5th week of competition, the couple leaving right now is Christina and Mark.
Please welcome Christina Milian. Cutie pie.
Reliving that moment. Oh, makes me want to cry.
You wanted to cry? Did you give it to him?
Oh, I did cry after. Oh my gosh, yeah, because it was like it was ultimate. Like I was shocked at first.
Yes.
Because I was like, okay, we might be safe with this 10 and these 2 9s. Like I think I might be good. And so it was definitely a surprise, but it goes to show those votes are everything.
The votes count. So what you're saying is that the Christina fans weren't calling to vote.
They probably were, but you know what? We had the week before, it was a little bit of controversial. There was like a little situation with our guest judge that we had that was there, Julianne, So I think, not to say to blame it on her, because we gave it our all in the performance, but it was just, I think it set it off, in another direction when
I liked your outfit, though.
Thank you. I was feeling good. I loved that outfit. Don't you love, like, every week how they make up these outfits?
I was so excited. I said I was going to buy mine. They sell them to us, but they're like $3,000 outfits. Like, no lie. Like the beading, everything is custom made. Did you buy yours?
No, we didn't buy. They made that. We came up with the idea, and then after that, one thing
you didn't want to buy it.
Led to the other, and it was immediate. They made it so fast.
I like Mark too. You have one of my favorite.
I love Mark too.
I was too big to dance with him, but I like Mark Ballas.
Oh, Mark is just he's a great coach. He's a great partner. I'm really gonna miss going to work to go see him every day and go work on the new challenge of the dance.
Really,
you know
girl?
What it's like? Yeah, I love it. My body got in amazing shape. I lost like 9 pounds since 2 months. In 2 months. Not to say I needed to lose weight, but I tightened up.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like the little thick stuff, a little double chin that was happening.
Listen, I saw Paris Hilton in the audience with you.
Yes, she was there, yeah.
I didn't know that you guys were friends.
Yeah, no, me and Paris are really cool. We've known each other for a couple years, and actually we're on the same record label, so we're both on Young Money. And
I
so
forgot.
we support each other.
Paris is rapping now.
Yes, she's doing her thing. She's got a great album. She's doing the EDM and the DJing now. So I went and supported her her party the other day for her single. So, we just, one here watches the other. We're homies too, so that's cool.
Did you go out afterwards, after the elimination?
Oh, girl, I got on a plane. I had my bag already ready.
Yes.
I had to get on the plane and fly straight to New York, which I don't mind because I love New York. So.
Yeah, Christina's a Jersey girl. She's from Jersey City. How's your mom doing?
My mom's great. My mom's great,
Good.
yeah.
So, now what is going on with The Voice? Are you still social media?
I still do social media. I actually took a break from The Voice this season. I really wanted to work on my music, and then all of a sudden Dancing with the Stars came along, so I was like, you know what? It's gonna be a great challenge. I can assert this kind of dancing into my music. So now that, everything is done with dancing, now I can go back to the studio and finish up. I was actually working in Atlanta with a couple great producers out there, from Polo to Kalina from Dirty Money, a lot of great people. So I gotta go out there probably like a week and a half more, and my album will probably be done.
Now,
It's exciting. I can't wait.
I've been running into pictures of you with the producer, Jace Prince. And
Jazz.
Jazz Prince. And I saw a picture of you in a magazine. That's him. Is that your boyfriend?
Yes, he is.
Aww. Well, then you must be in love because I saw you with the gigantic ring. Which how come you're not wearing your engagement
because
ring?
Because I hopped on the plane so quick, I usually wear my ring all the time, but I don't wear it when I'm on the show with Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Because I'd hit Mark all the time and I'd scratch him in the face with it. So I didn't get to put it back on.
Well, no, so, all right, so I saw a picture of you at a cafe sitting outside reading wedding magazines.
Oh, yeah. You know.
So when's the wedding? Who's your bridesmaids?
My sister's getting married. My sister's getting married in 2 weeks, and so we were studying a couple different things. I did a bridal shower for her about a week ago.
That's nice.
And so I was just trying to find like games and just different things that we could do.
Yes.
So we just held that for her, but that's why it's kind of funny seeing that big old giant ring on my finger in a wedding magazine, but it's actually her wedding that's happening. But my stuff, that'll happen eventually. I'm taking my time.
Yes.
Yes, because that's the last time and everything.
She was married to a dream, exactly. Well, you seem very content, still as pretty as ever, and congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, that feels great.
Thanks for stopping by. Christina Milian, everybody. Dancing with the Stars airs Monday nights at 8 on ABC. Up next, the always outspoken Al Sharpton is here. Guest is one of the nation's most renowned civil rights leaders. He's got a new book. It's called The Rejected Stone, and in it he writes about his very public ups and downs and his controversial life. Please welcome back to our show our friend Reverend Al Sharpton. You're like a waif, a twink. You are so thin. You look terrific.
I feel terrific.
I mean, Al, is this your skinniest?
Yeah, this is the smallest I've ever been. I'm about 138 pounds. I've never been this small.
138?
Yes.
Wow. But you used to weigh almost 400.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yeah,
I looked at Ruben earlier in the show and started having flashbacks. I was doing push-ups in the green room.
Well, Ruben is a big one, but you know what? It's not easy. And you lost yours. I've asked you before, did you get one of the surgeries? And you said no.
No, I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating any sugars. I don't eat after 6 o'clock at night. I eat fish twice a week, no chicken. And I work out. And I am slim, trim, and ready for whatever mess Wendy throws at me.
Listen, you know, you made headlines when you commented about Governor Christie's weight. You said that, I forgot what you said, but do you think that his weight will affect his ability to lead?
I think that it will affect how some people look at him.
Yeah.
I don't think we ought to be biased against people that are heavy. But people will say, wait a minute, if you don't have self-control, how can we trust you to be disciplined at the highest office in the country? So I think that he has to consider that for voters. Yeah. I don't think that it's fair to say that people's weight gives you a total determination of their ability. Not. But I think that he's got to really weigh that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
pun intended.
Yeah, you know, he got the surgery, so we'll see, you know, what happens. So you're still fighting for the N-word in lyrics and music, I understand. Do you think that at this point you're beating a dead horse because the kids all say it and they've kind of, they're not listening?
Well, I think the standard has to be there. You can't call anybody in this country a derogatory term but us. So either we should have a standard for everybody or nobody. Now, you know, some of the people, and I'm friends with a lot of people in the hip-hop world, got angry with me and when I said that let's bury the N-word. But I said to them, you can't go in the studio and do lyrics against any other racial group or sexual group. Why us? So if you want to have free speech, do it against everybody. Yeah. If you don't, then don't do it against anybody. But you can't say, I can't say anything I want about anybody else, but I can call blacks the N-word and that's free speech. That's a double standard. I don't go with that.
Through the years, we all know that you've faced hate. Hate from your own people, our own people, hate from outside people, hate from around the world.
Yeah.
Haters are out there. How do you deal with, though, in your own community?
You expect
People
it.
hating
I
on
mean,
you.
A lot of people in our own community have loser complexes. So they think we can't handle a bigger stage. You going from radio to where you are now.
Right.
It's because she's going to change. Because in their mind, you can't handle the bigger stage. So when I got my television show on MSNBC and radio show syndicated and built National Action Network, we have offices all over the country.
Right.
Oh, is Al going to sell out? Because they don't think you can handle the stage because they can't. I don't let losers decide how big and how successful I can be. And let me say this. Last time I was here, we talked about I was just going on television, and you said, are you going to stay out there on the issues? I've been on television now 2 years. In those 2 years, I've led the Trayvon Martin fight, the voter ID fight, the March on Washington anniversary, the jobs fight, stood by the president, all in the 2 years that I've still done radio and TV every day, National Action Network open every day in Harlem, 2 offices here in New York, all over the country. I ask all my haters, tell me what you've done. I've done all that and some. All you've done is attack me.
Yeah. Now, in the book, one of the things I found comical in Reverend Al's book is that you've always been called Reverend even when you were a little boy.
You know, when I was 4 years old, I was a member of the Junior Usher Board at Washington Temple Church. They asked what I wanted to do on the Usher's anniversary. I said I wanted to preach, and they let me preach, and I grew up as a boy preacher. And when I went to school, I had a little problem because I would write on my homework, Reverend Alfred Sharpton.
Oh, God.
And the teachers got mad. You can't do that. I said, but I'm a minister. My mother had to come to school and help me that was my first act of defiance. I defined myself, and all my life I've stood up. But I grew up a boy preacher. When I was 9, I preached at the World's Fair at Mahalia Jackson. I grew up a boy preacher.
Wow. You're a very determined man because now here you are. Listen, do you have a special lady in your life?
Yes, but we are not. I told you you was gonna come with some mess.
Hey, look, listen. I look at the internet. I saw a picture of you and a lovely young lady named Asia, and I see that she's in the audience sitting next to your daughters.
Her name is Aisha.
Aisha, sorry, Aisha. Hi, hon. How are you? She's beautiful. The streets have been talking. And I saw the picture, that's it. And hi, Reverend Al's daughters. It's nice, she gets along with the girls.
I told the girls and her, this was not 60 Minutes. You know Wendy will go there. Ain't no shame in my game. We come out.
Yes!
But
I love guests like you.
I not only have a nice lady in my life, I have a new book in my life.
There it is. And the book is called Rejected Stone. The Rejected Stone.
You know, you taught me how to promote. I'm not going to let you get away with it.
I love you, Reverend Al.
I love you, Wendy.
The book is called Rejected Stone. It's available in bookstores now. Up next, everybody, it's time for Ask Wendy. Keep it here. Ask Wendy, how you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Good, good.
How can I help?
Well, my friend that we've been friends for a long time since we're teenagers just came out that she's gay, and I feel uncomfortable now doing the things that we used to do, like getting undressed and kissing when we made, and and I'm uncomfortable. I don't know how to go about telling her that now I feel not different. I'm happy for her being gay. Yeah. But I just feel uncomfortable. And we've been friends since teenagers, but I'm like, what do I do?
Did you ever suspect that she might be gay?
No, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. We would get drunk and she'd kiss me on my neck and, but no.
Yeah.
No, it was in play.
Yes.
And it has never, ever gone anything past that.
You know what? I just, at you guys' age, and your friendship is so long and strong.
Yeah.
If she wanted you, she would have hit on you. You know.
I know.
All gay girls
I can't get it
don't
out of my
want
head,
us.
though. It's like...
And it's okay. It's okay.
It's all right.
I think that she's mature enough that you can share this with her.
Well, that's why I'm doing it here.
Yeah, because then
I'll
you're
let her know when to watch it.
Then you're gonna watch.
Yeah, because she knows I love her very much.
She's your dear friend. She's, harmless and good for her. All these years, she finally came out.
I know.
Well, how
I'm
you
happy
doing,
for
girl?
her.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right, we have time for another quick one.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right, so I've been single for a year now, and my friends are really trying to get me back into the dating situation, but they keep putting me in these really weird ambush blind dates. Like, they'll call me up and, like, invite me somewhere, and then next thing I know, it's some guy, and I'm like, wait, who is this? What's going on? Like, and someone I'm not interested in, but...
Your friends really love you.
Yeah.
But tell them you can find your own man.
Okay. Yeah.
And just let them know that. I like your delivery. I don't think that's insulting to tell somebody that. Say, thanks, you guys, but
no thanks.
No thanks. I'll find my own.
All right.
Okay? All right. Everybody, we're going to take a quick break. How do you know if a hot guy is hitting on you or just being friendly? I've got the answer next in Ask Wendy. Wendy, all right, so you're the young lady who wants to know whether a guy is looking at you in a romantic way or...
Yes.
Okay, tell me the story.
So, Wendy, I've been going to the gym. I've been trying to get my sexy back, right?
Yeah, right?
Right. And there's this hot trainer. He looks at me. We have a lot of eye contact. He takes off his shirt. He walks up and down the gym. He's trying to get my attention,
Okay.
And I'm looking, but there's minimal conversation. So, how do I know if he likes me or if I'm tripping?
Number one, it might not be that he likes you. It might be that he loves to see girls' reactions to his body. You know how some guys are, especially the trainer types, who are all into being oiled up and Googled over. Does he smile at you?
He does. It's like a little glance, and
Are you going to the gym today?
I'm not going to the gym today. I'm actually, I'm not from here, but tomorrow I'll be there.
Tomorrow you'll be there?
Yeah. I make sure I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, Wendy.
Yes. Okay, well, you need to just say hello to him. Make eye contact and smile and use eye contact and say hello. And you'll be able to figure out from there whether he likes you or whether he's being a conceited gym rat who just wants to, show off.
If he likes the attention.
Yes, exactly, all right? Good luck. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, welcome. Up next, everybody, we've got a fabulous makeover for a very courageous breast cancer survivor. Keep it here. Expert Liliana Vasquez, and all month long we've been giving head-to-toe makeovers to women who are brave. They've been battling breast cancer, and they just want to get it all back together and feel good. Today we're making over a high school music teacher. Her name is Kristen, and she's been married for 23 years to her husband Jim, but they haven't had a date night since she was diagnosed with breast cancer. So she, Kristen, would love to have a hot new look that will knock her husband's socks off. Take a look.
Wendy, hey, how you doing, girl? My name is Kristen, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. Chemo's done, doing radiation now. Pretty soon it's all gonna be history. Hey, come on, I'm a mom, hardworking high school music teacher, and a girl wants to take her husband out. How about a makeover? I need to learn how to draw these eyebrows on better. Come on, Wendy. I need a makeover. Help me out, Wendy.
What a woman. Hi, Jim. And that's your son also. Hi, young man. How are you today? Good. You ready to see your mom? All right, Kristen, come on out. Yes.
Amazing. I know. I love her. Okay, so let's talk about this look.
I'm really excited for her.
Kristen used to be
rock star, and no rock star look is complete without leather and lace.
Of course.
So I put her in this great strapless dress with this little perforated leather jacket. Will you show us a little shoulder? We want to see what's under that jacket. This is for you later, husband. Beautiful. Then a little sparkle to show off the short hair. She looks gorgeous. I love the wig you did on her here. And then a clutch. And then we had to give her double strap shoes because nothing is sexier than the double strap. She looks perfect.
You really do look great. Okay, and now let's talk about her hair. Christina's wearing a wig from my new wig line, Wendy Williams Hair World. My wigologist, Antoine, helped her out with styling it, but it really, that's called the Parker. And I don't know what he did. Did he cut it or did he push it up and, you know, with
he was just...
Yeah, with the fingertips. It looks good. That's the Parker. How do you feel?
Like a rock star.
All of my wigs can be found at hairbywendywilliams.com, and I am making a wig donation to the American Cancer Society's wig program. To find out how you can help fight breast cancer, go to wendyshow.com. Special thanks to you, Liliana Vasquez. She's got a book. It's called The Cheap Chica's Guide to Style, and it's available for pre-order right now. You keep it here. We'll be right back. Today, I want to thank my guests, Christina Milian, Rev Al Sharpton, Liliana Vasquez, and our breast cancer survivor, Kristen. Tomorrow, we've got another great show planned for you from TLC. T-Boz and Chili will be here, joined by the 3 actresses who are going to play them in the TV movie. Plus, we've got the sexy Adrienne Bailon stopping by. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.